Thank you. Don't go anywhere, though, because in March there was a new face spotted in Weatherfield. Actor Emrhys Cooper joined the cast of Coronation Street as Rowan Cunliffe, and the mysterious leader of a well-being and self-improvement group. Sounds positive, right? But in classic soap style, all was not as it seemed.
Wow.
Oh, the Institute. You're the seminar guy, aren't you?
Rowan. The first time you upload, like all new experiences, can feel strange.
I feel like Oliver had to die because of all the things that I've done in my life.
What is this?
It's Oliver.
Hello, Mummy.
Man exploits grieving mother with deeply weird AI version of her dead son. You're just a con man.
How'd you get on?
See for yourself.
Perfect.
Following us. Taking photos.
Something to hide. Even with yours and Nick's 20,000, we're still a long way short. This might represent a wonderful opportunity for Amy. Whatever you share here goes no further.
Liar! 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 Liar!
Baby killer.
It will get better, I promise.
Wasn't what I thought at all. Don't transfer that money.
I sent it over about an hour ago.
I'm done with the Institute. It's not for me. And I want my money back.
Maybe if I could talk to her.
Are you deaf? She don't want out to do with you.
Your only priority is making sure the Institute is protected. No one forced her to invest that money, unless you did.
Ooh, and he joins us now. Emrhys, nice to see you this morning.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
Very nice to see you. And you're actually going to be, you're used to play, well, villain in this. In Panto, you're actually Prince Charming later on.
No, I'm the Seven Dwarves. No, I'm playing Prince Charming. It's a bit of a stretch. I might get heckled.
No,
You will.
No.
They'll love it, though. Don't worry about that. That's the best thing.
How much fun is it playing a bit of a villain?
I've loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
A little too much. It's come very easily to me.
And
Yeah.
what about being on Corrie? Because it's such an institution. They handled these massive storylines so brilliantly. What was it like the first time you went on the cobbles?
I was really nervous before I got to Corrie, and then I was struck immediately just by how friendly and loving everyone was. They welcomed me with open arms, and the nerves went, and I had an amazing first day, and it was like that the whole time. I'm so grateful just for the warmth.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much, and I've made some great friends, so really, really happy.
It's brilliant.
Well, let's talk about the character a little bit. Sorry, I let it go there.
It's like my dogs.
You coming over here? Have you got dogs?
Yeah, they would be
got?
humping the couch.
Excellent.
Two rescues, Monty and Vivian Lee. Hi, guys.
love
My dogs are
that.
watching, hopefully. Yeah, they're beautiful. I got them actually from LA recently, which was an absolute nightmare, but they're here in Manchester now. So.
How did you get them back?
I flew with them. Monty was on my lap, and the cat went in the cargo, so yeah.
Is that because Monty's your favourite?
Yes, maybe. No, I love them all. I love them all.
I want to talk about the character a bit, because this has been quite a disturbing storyline, hasn't it? I mean, Rowan's come in and he really believes in the Institute, doesn't he? That you say this is actually, you think it's saved his life in the past, so he believes in what he's doing, but we've seen that people have really fallen victim to this. He's a con man, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, I think he went through a lot, struggled with a lot of issues in his 20s and discovered the Institute, and it did save his life. So he was essentially brainwashed. But I'd like to think there's some good in him, that he does want to help, but he is after one thing, money.
Yeah, well, which he's got from poor Amy. But you yourself, and they didn't know this at the time that you auditioned, you have a personal family link to this storyline, don't you?
Yeah, it was kismet, ironic, and I like to say a little bit of poetic justice that I would play Rowan on Coronation Street, given my personal experiences growing up with cults. And it's been, yeah, very healing. I discussed it a lot with my father.
We just need to clear.
Oh, yeah,
your
let's go
personal
back.
experience of growing up with cults. Your parents ended up in an institute, something like this, that you sort of grew up with them being part of essentially what was a cult?
Yeah, about 22 years ago, cults often disguise themselves through marketing, and it was disguised as a yoga dance kind of wellness program. It's in 123 countries, and 1.7 million people have been through the program, and they joined doing dance and loving it, and gradually, the further they got up, similar to the Institute in Coronation Street, there are some parallels. They luckily got out relatively unscathed, but I have quite a deep well to pull from.
Yeah, but when you auditioned for the role, the casting team, the guys at Coronation Street, had no idea that you had this history. and personal connection?
No, it was just talent. Yeah, a lot of talent. I'm kidding. Yeah, that helped. But no, they didn't. It was a surprise, yeah, to them when I told them all. I'm fascinated by the subject.
Of course.
I actually made a movie about a similar kind of character and theme. So I spent 4 years researching, and I wanted it to ring true. So I was already very... I had a lot of interest in the subject. So when this character came along, I was like, no way, I have to get this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is it quite difficult for you as well? Because obviously you do have that personal link to the story as well.
It's been very healing because I never really talked about it with my dad. So when they left, I'd left home. They didn't really want to discuss it. But when I came back and started Corrie, I started consulting with my dad.
Wow.
And it's actually brought us closer together. It's given me real insight into what happened, and I was holding on to quite a lot of anger and resentment, and I've let go a lot of that.
And did you find, I mean, obviously your dad's going to be proud of you because you're his son and you're doing a great job, but is he watching it going, you've got this bang on, there's things that in Rowan and how you're playing Rowan that really resonate with what he experienced and your mum experienced?
Yeah, he's very proud. He's having little Corrie screening parties, and yeah, I think it's just kismet, divine synchronicity. I sound like Rowan now, but yeah, I'm really, really grateful. This is one of the most important roles I've ever played just because of, you know, my connection to the subject matter and getting this out to a large audience, hopefully raising awareness, anchoring people, warning people about these potential dangers.
For sure, especially when people are vulnerable, because that's always when they tend to get people. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely to see you.
Oh, look, Buddy's just popped back now.
Oh,
now
I know, troublemaker.
Taking him with me.
Take
Yeah,
Buddy.
don't blame
If
him.
you've got a treat, he's anybody's, quite frankly. Emrhys, lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming in, Sharon.
Thank
Great to
you.
see you as ever.
Thank